What's going on, YouTube? This is Carlos and this is Monk Media. So we're gonna do something different today. As you can see, we're at the garage and we got the Monk Mobile right next to me. I know it's been a while since I pushed up a video or produced a video for this channel. I think I did write some notes. But yeah, it's been about 4 months. I do have a lot to talk about. If you guys didn't know, I'm more active on Instagram than here. For the previous week, I have been receiving messages on Instagram saying, you know, man, you laid off on YouTube and you know, I went to your channel and there's no update. YouTube is a different beast, like I said on my previous video. It's just, I can't tackle, especially with what's going on in my life right now, the build itself, my career. I have a 11-month-old son and my wife is pregnant. It's just very difficult to keep up on the YouTube game. I applaud the ones that are always there. YouTube editing and YouTube, you know, content is a lot more difficult to tackle than Instagram and the other social media platforms. But again, I'm doing this for y'all, and I know you guys are here for me, so thank you so much. You guys gave me the motivation to make this video today. Also, before we start, if you guys didn't know, I started my own merchandise. I'll add the website down below in the description. But I started my own merchandise company called Street Tempo. So you guys can see. If you guys want to cop one, support the brand, support the t-shirt, or support me, go ahead and check the description down below. I've already produced the first batch of hoodies. Was very good. We had a lot of supporters for the channel. This is the Monk Media merchandise right here. I sold everything. This is the last one right here, and this actually goes to a friend of mine, Terrence. We made a bet and he won a free hoodie. I forgot what the bet was, but this is for him. So this is the only sample I can show you guys for the hoodie. But if you guys go to the website right now, check out my merch and copy one. Do operate on pre-order basis. So I will only, if you guys subscribe or follow me on Instagram, I drop the dates and times down there for the merch. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get updated on the Monk Mobile. Alright, so the last video I made, I believe it was December. Since December till now, I mean, not a lot of parts, but definitely a lot of stuff happened. I told you guys about the plan, right? It was to go bags on this car, which we eventually did. We bagged this car completely, fronts fit and rears fit and everything, I believe just last week. So I'm gonna reel you guys in on the whole story. So December, I contacted Airtekk regarding about the bags for this car, and you know, they said, yeah, we have this, we have that going on, and what do you say? What do you call this? We have the struts for it, but it will take you about 8 to 10 weeks to get the struts because they're in the middle of developing. So I said, okay, never mind. I'm gonna just get the management, and they offered me the conversion kit. So I was like, okay, you know, they asked me what my coilovers were, and I told them silvers. Long story short, they sent me the conversion kit, which was the bellows and the management. The management came here pretty quick. The bellows came here right after, or the bellows came first, I'm sorry. The bellows came first within less than 10 days. And of course, without the management, you know, I can't just take off my coilovers because I'm using this car, excuse me, for meets and stuff, and sometimes for work. So I waited for the management. So when the management came in, we tore the car apart. Well, not tore it apart, but took off the wheel, took off everything, and you know, excited. You know, you've been waiting for about a month, for everything to come in. So boom, put it on, doesn't fit, right? Try and error, because it's a new car. Nobody really knows the actual measurements. So I called Airtekk and I said, hey, you know, this is what's going on, it doesn't fit. First reaction was iffy for me because they tried to blame me, and then they tried to tell me, you know, hey, go ahead and machine your silver coilovers so it'll fit. You know, in my mind, I'm like, why would I risk my coilovers for their mistake? You know, so I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna return this, and you guys are gonna give me the right measurements. So before we did that, he recommended some tools, and I was like, okay, now I have to buy tools for the bellows to fit. And I was like, okay, so boom, bought some of the tools. It worked perfectly. Gave them the actual measurements, mind you. I had to measure the thread, I had to measure the smooth part of it and whatnot. There was a whole measurements process, or a whole measurement, or a bunch of measurements I had to give them. So I sent it to them, and then they sent me the wrong measurements again. It was, long story short, it was 3 times they had to send me new bellows. So eventually I was just like, no, man, you know, I have shows. I can't keep doing this. So I found this company called Air Force Suspension, and they said that they work with Airdemand Suspension, you know, their sister companies or whatever. So before that, with the ongoing process with Airtekk, it was just absolutely horrible. They tried to blame me for their mistakes. You know, they tried to not give me my money back. So for future reference, I know there's people out there that love Airtekk. I'm still rocking their management. There's nothing wrong with the product. It's just the horrible customer service. They need to improve. Think about how they handle customers, because your product can be good, just the matter of how you handle customers to retain them. But met with Air Force Suspension, my God, perfect customer service. They've been great with me so far. They gave me the front and rear struts. There was a bit of a hiccup in the beginning. The mount was missing the sway bar mount, the actual bottom mount of the front struts. So I was missing the sway bar end link mount. So I, you know, called them, and they were like, well, didn't even call them, reached out to them on Instagram, and they were like, okay, you know, we'll send you right away. And I was like, yo, you know, I have a show on the 11th. Is it possible? And mind you, it's about 10 days less for the show to happen. They were like, okay, yeah, we can get that going for you. And so the mounts came in right on time. Now we're bagged. The process with Airtekk took about 3 months. I'm telling you, just for this car to still not fit, right? But anyway, car's bagged, suspension. I did have to take off the sway bar temporarily for it to be slammed, because when the sway bar end links was still here, it was stopping the car from actually going on the floor, on the ground. I apologize, I'm kind of sick. But yes, so that's one of the updates. We did successfully go to Clean Exhibition. We're going to Rockingham on the 26th. I'm excited if you guys are gonna go there. We're gonna go with a bunch of friends. Before we continue on the updates, I want to thank my sponsors, because without them, this car wouldn't be possible today. Without them, this build wouldn't be possible today. My sponsors start from, I'm gonna leave the best sponsor for last, okay? So sponsor Airflow Dynamics, JD Muscle, Import Image Racing, Drunkman Tuning, Lit Logos, and best one is Rae-Motorsports. Rae-Motorsports, you're awesome. And Morgan, you've worked with me since before before my exhaust came in, you know, while building the exhaust, asking me questions how the process worked, and eventually build that bond with your actual sponsor. And also shout outs to the Mortopians. That's the Rae-Motorsports crew. That's everybody on the sponsor list that she sponsors, and they're great people. The family oriented environment, you know, background checks, and but yeah, if you guys want to know who has my exhaust, and you guys saw the cold start earlier, awesome exhaust. I just wish I could have took a video of it fresh from the box, out of the box. That's, like I said, man, going back, there's a whole bunch of things that happened. I wish I could have gotten or given it a review before I put it on. But I do have some videos of drive-bys on my Instagram. If you guys go to Instagram at monk.wrx, check out the sound clips, and I believe I do have sound clips here too, so excuse me, I'll add that on the link below as well. But yes, awesome sponsor. I couldn't ask for a better sponsor. You know, and we still communicate up to this day, because as you guys know, this bad boy right here is gonna get a front mount, full titanium front mount and an intake from Rae-Motorsports. So I can't promise you guys. I will try my best to produce a video for that install, but I can't promise. But yeah, so tuning. Just to inform you guys, our official tuner is Drunkman Tuning. I've been tuned by Drunkman since what? October, yeah. I was one of the first 10, or as a matter of fact, I was probably the first one to get tuned by Drunkman with the 2022. So Anthony Berry, thank you so much for working with me and actually understanding me not being able to do my data logs. I know you're frustrated with me, man. I apologize. If you guys need a tuner for the 2022, hit up Drunkman on Instagram at Drunkman with _N_tuning on Instagram. He's very helpful. He's working, I think Felix Performance do offer his tuning as well. But yes, if you guys want to tune for your WRX, a lot of people ask me all the time, hey bro, if I do have an intake, do I need a tune? Yes, you do. The intake, I don't know, ETS says one thing, but your car says another. So just to be on the safe side, grab that Cobb AP and make sure you get a tune from Drunkman or whichever tuner you prefer. But I do suggest Drunkman. He's the Subi expert. He's been, I don't know if you guys seen that video from, I believe Heavy Metal Rex. He's a VB owner as well, and Drunkman jumped on there. His experience, 20 plus years, more than 10,000 Subis that he's tuned already. So if you guys need a credential from him, then I don't know what else to say to you. But yes, Drunkman is out there. He's one of the best tuners for the Subarus, and he does e-tunes. So you don't have to actually physically go to him to get a tune. But yes, and he works with you. He's awesome as well. He will communicate with you throughout your journey with your tune. Different types of tune that I got with him. I have the verbal tune, I have the launch control, the E30 tune, I have the 93, 91, and stage 0, and then he hooked me up with the OTS tune. So I have all of those tunes from him. Eventually, when all my parts come in, I'm gonna have to do a retune with him, so that our car is as safe as possible. Future plans right now for this year, pending parts are from my sponsor Rae-Motorsports, which is the front mount intercooler with titanium piping. I will reveal the color on Instagram. You know what I mean? It's a very awesome color, and she is making me some some car show eye candies, you know, that will be revealed as well. What else? I'm eventually gonna change the tires and wheels. Oh, almost forgot, tires. I took off my extreme contacts, my Continentals, because it was just hitting my fenders. So I went with a unpopular tire size for this car. I went with a stretch look, which specs are 215/35. Still same wheels, 18 by 9.5 plus 38 offset. The front's perfect right now, as you can see. You know, it's almost, I just have to adjust the camera a little bit for it to sit right there. And literally it's not touching my fender at all. I have a lot of room. I have not damaged anything inside. Nothing's broken. So yeah, perfect fitment. The only thing I have to fix is the rear, because it's a lot more tucked than the front, and I want it to look like this in the rear. So I might have to run spacers in the back, or I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I think that is it for the year. I'm actually just playing it by ear. I do have the Perrin pitch stop. Once I put the front mount on, I'm definitely gonna put that on. I have a new splitter and lip. I'm going back to the STI lip because this looks good. The S style, I believe, the V2 S style, which covers the whole front. It doesn't have that gap. The STI lip from Aeroflow, the STI design, I think it's the S style V1. I'll have to make sure. But it has that gap to where air can flow better, right? With the V2, it looks good while you're parked, but it scratches the splitter so much because no air goes in there when you go, you know, more than the speed limit per se. When you're pushing the car, when you're trying to do a pull, the splitter just doesn't have that aerodynamics anymore, the aeroflow per se. The flow of air, it's stopping it from going. So instead of going through the car, it's hitting the lip, and it's flopping like this and hitting, and it's scratching your splitter. So for shows, definitely it looks good, but as far as functionality, I don't think it's better at all. So I did buy it. It's right there in the box. I'm gonna put that on. So as soon as I get that replaced, I'm gonna put the underglow. After the underglow, I'm trying to work with a sponsor for the headlights. So fog lights, headlights. I think retrofitting would be the perfect way to go. But I think that's it. So, oh yeah, obviously, almost forgot. I do have the Seibon hood, if you guys didn't know. Man, how did I mess this up? But yeah, so I have the Seibon hood. Seibon hit me up there, fixing the fitment for the trunk. So that would be the next project for me, is the carbon fiber trunk. And that, I believe that's it. But again, thank you so much for being with me in the journey. The car has definitely come so far since the start of this vlog. You know, don't forget, again, check out the merch. I'll include the link on the website below. But again, reminder, it is pre-order basis. So if you guys want to know the drops, dates and times, and how long the drops will be, follow me on Instagram at monk.wrx. But yeah, cars definitely came a long way, and there's gonna be more to come. More shows to come. I'll be in Rockingham, North Carolina, and then I'll be in Savannah, Georgia, and then I will be in Virginia in July, and then Boxer Fest in York, PA, and then Florida Suey Fest. So it's probably one of the closing shows for the year. But yes, I will try to be more active in YouTube, I promise you. But it's just a different beast, man. YouTube is you have to spend a lot more time. And with my growing family and my growing business and my growing car, it's just so much to I just need somebody to actually, you know, videotape and edit for me, and all I do is talk. But I'm not on that level yet, so like I said, I will try my best. Again, thank you so much. This is your boy Carlos, and this is Monk Media. See you guys soon.